where were we? Okay. I reached out to the dealership. They got back with me right away. That was really good. They were very responsive to get in touch with me right away, and I got a test drive scheduled, right? So I go to do the test drive, and the salesman, of course, is being a normal used car salesman, a little pushy, right? Let's make this deal today. What do we got to do to make the deal today? And I was pretty clear, like, I was not buying a car right at that moment, right? I'm test driving a car. I had a couple other cars that I thought I might want to test drive, but I'll be honest, I fell in love with this car like the moment I got in it. There's certain things that you just know in life, like, I could be happy in this car. I don't gotta test drive anything else. I'm not gonna tell the salesman that though. I go home and I start thinking about it. And I think about like the searches that I've done. I've been searching for vehicles for a while now, Chargers for a while in all their various combinations and specs. And this one was like just exactly what I wanted, right? Maybe the mileage is a little bit high, but look, when you only got two to choose from, and the other one is like, over 700 miles away, and you don't really want to have to fly to test drive because that's money out of your pocket. And then the other car was also at the higher price of its range. This one was at the lower price of its range. So this car was very competitive and less than 20 miles away. So I'm thinking about it, and the next day I'm ready to try to pull the trigger and put something together on this car. I was busy most of that day and really didn't have chance to go by the dealership. So I did reach out to them late in the day, and I said, hey, like, what do we got to do? We've got some time. I think we can make it over there a little bit before you close, maybe just for another test drive. And the guy's like, well, we really don't like to have people come in for a test drive that late in the day. We're usually closing out deals and things from the day. So, and that was a Saturday. So it kind of meant like it was Saturday or we're waiting until Monday because the dealerships are closed on Sunday here in Texas. So I'm like, okay, well, what can we do, right? What can we do to say, like, just hold the car for me, right? So that I don't got to rush in there like Monday morning and try and work a bunch of stuff, right? So I asked if they can hold the car with a deposit. I'm willing to put down money, a good faith gesture. But they weren't interested, which I thought was really weird because I've done this with other dealerships. For whatever reason, like, I get it, not every dealership's the same. They didn't want to do it, so that wasn't an option. I look at my schedule, I work some things. My wife actually, I'm saying like, well, look, we could just buy this. We don't need to like trade in any of the cars. She's like, no, I don't want 4 cars in the house, like 3 in the garage and 1 in the driveway. I don't want to deal with that. Let's not be rearranging cars all the time. So let's just go ahead and sell one of the cars and then try and get this car. We had also like not been in love with my wife's Lexus for a while. We're definitely not in love with the new RX 450s. We decided, okay, I was like, okay, you want to trade in your car? That's fine. Like, that can be, most of the down payment. The guy is still texting me, and my wife and I are talking it over, and I'm like, okay, well, look, we'll be in on Monday, right? I'll come in on Monday. I let him know I got some morning meetings, though, so I'll be in after my morning meetings. And my wife goes ahead and actually schedules to take her car to the Lexus dealership and have them give her an estimate on it, so we know what Lexus is willing to pay for her car. So Monday morning rolls around. She runs down there and goes to the Lexus dealership, and they give her a trade value, and she's like, well, that's not really what I was looking for. She lets them know what they're looking for, and they're like, yeah, absolutely, we'll pay that. Boom. She said I was in there and out of there in like 10 minutes. It was so quick. She couldn't believe it. So we go over to the other dealership and look at the car and start talking numbers with them. And it becomes apparent over the course of a couple of hours, really, that we're not going to come to an agreement on the trade value on this vehicle. Even with the other piece of paper we pushed right in front of them and said, here's what we can get from Lexus. And they're like, well, there's this and there's that. And there was a lot of, there was just a lot of blah, blah, blah. And finally we just, look, this isn't going to happen. So we got up. Wife was like, I'm hungry. I want to go eat lunch. So I was like, okay, we'll see you later. We're going to leave. If we want to, we can always go trade the car to Lexus. So we might do that. I don't know. And we leave. We leave the dealership. Boom, we're out. Go eat lunch. And I'm just thinking we're done. We're going home, right? And just, drive back home. But no, the wife is still committed to selling the Lexus. So she takes the Lexus to the dealership. Boom. She gets the signs the paperwork. We don't get the money. They have to mail us the check, right? So they'll cut the check and mail it to us. She said, well, we need this for another car. So they said, okay, well, we'll expedite it. And they did. But now it's going to take a couple days. So that's what happened on Monday of that week. Tuesday rolls around. Salesman is texting me that morning. Like, he was texting me at lunch and other stuff. And I'm like, look, here's what we're doing. We're not coming back today. He's texting me Tuesday morning and wanting to know what's up. And I'm like, dude, he's trying to get me back in. He's like, oh, the car's going to sell, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, I'm waiting on cash, right? We can't work the deal without cash or without me having financing, down payment of some sort. So look, it's not going to happen right now. I got to wait on the cash to come in. And that's all there is to it. So I said, we'll see what happens. And I don't schedule anything with them. Okay. I had, interestingly enough, I talked to my financial advisor Monday night, got him to pull some money for me and send it to me, right? That takes time though. I also had some stuff that I sold. I sold some stuff out of my brokerage account Monday morning, had it set to sell. It sold the moment the market opened. So I had that money as well. But again, it takes a couple days because of SEC stuff for that money available to transfer into my bank account. So boom, I'm waiting on money. That's all there is to it. Tuesday, that's what I tell the guy, right? Wednesday rolls around. You're not going to believe this. Wednesday, I get a text from another salesman. It says, hey, your salesman no longer works here. I'm like, what? All right. And I'm like, I don't really care. Whatever. So the new salesman is reaching out to me, trying to find out the status of the deal on this car. And he's like, so, you agreed on the price and now you're just waiting on money, right? And he sends this to me in a text, thank goodness, because if I'd been on the phone, I'm not sure I would have been able to keep it together. But I was like, no, we did not agree on a price. Like, we couldn't even agree on the trade. If we had agreed on the trade, everything else was good pricing-wise. But without a trade, the price is not okay. Like, the total number I'm prepared to pay is not going to be okay then without the trade. And so, no, we need to still negotiate a price. He's like, okay, so he does tell me the price dropped a little. So that's good. I don't know, the car's not moving for whatever reason. It's getting close to the end of the month. I guess they're wanting to sell it and move it. So he does tell me the price dropped a little bit, and he asks if I at least want to schedule some time to come back in and see the car. And I tell him, well, look, I got to wait a couple days for money to come in, and I really can't do this today or tomorrow. So let's schedule something for Friday, right? It's a couple days away. I can, wait on the money to come in so it's available in case everything works out and we can do the deal. And so I schedule for Friday morning. Thursday rolls around. Money actually becomes available. So move the money around in the bank account and we're good, right? Walk in there Friday then, right? So we go in. I'm at this dealership again. And it's like, every time it's kind of like the dog and pony show, right? Less this time. The first time we went, there was a lot of this, like, well, let me go talk to the guy. And this is the best we can do. Okay, well, let me go talk to him again because we were like, this is not good enough, right? So it was this constant back and forth. And I know they're trying to wear you down And the best thing you can do is just walk away, right? Instead of just paying something you're not prepared to pay, we honestly walked away over $500 the first time. That demonstrated where we were, right? And look, I'm not the best negotiator in the world, and I'm not going to BS you and act like I am. Like, my wife's probably a better, much better negotiator than I am. But we did walk away from the deal over $500 the first day. Because that's just what it was, right? That's where we were at. And we could not come to an agreement. And I think that's okay because we didn't need to get the car. We weren't in a hurry, right? Yeah, this is great, but if it didn't happen then, it could happen 3 months, right? Eventually another, orange or maybe even a plum Charger with the right stuff would come up, right? And I could search for it and find it and get it. But what did happen then was, we didn't finally come to an agreement on a price. And so we did. I mean, and then it was it, really. Like, once we finally came to an agreement, we got the price down a little more, and I was happy with the price and said, fine, let's do the deal, right? So then it's like off to finance, let them know, look, I'm not going to finance the car, so give me the out the door price, right? So we go to the finance guy. Of course, here comes the other games, right? Hey, do you want this? Do you want all this extra stuff? And I turn it all down, right? I'm like, no, I don't want the windshield protection, right? I don't want the PPF. I don't want your off-brand GPS tracking. Even though you tell me it's going to save me money, it's not, right? I've already checked with my my insurance dealer. These off-brand things aren't going to save me any money. If I don't get low jack on my car, and I do have GPS tracking on the car, it's the 1 year that it comes with. So it already comes with a year. They're trying to extend it for like 4 or 5 years. I'm like, no, I'm not interested, right? Because the vehicle has GPS built into it with Uconnect anyways, so you can pretty much track the car down already anyways. So this like little low jack, off-brand low jack system, I don't need it. I don't want it. I have it for a year if I ever need it, but I would probably just try to use the Uconnect first. So that's where I'm at on that. And I turn everything down. They give me that out the door price, boom, right? And I go to the bank, get the cashier's check, come back, the deal is done, right? Finally, the deal is done. So that is what it took to buy this car. And then there was a whole lot of work that starts from there for me, because even though the car is beautiful and I love it, it's not perfect. I mean, you can see as it is swirls in the clear coat and things that need to be fixed on it, little tiny things. So we'll be getting to that in the future. This is just the very beginning, the backstory behind this beautiful car, this amazing car. And we'll get into all that in more videos to come. But I just wanted to give you like the initial story. Now, as you saw yesterday, yeah, like the final nail on the coffin for the dealership was them telling me, yeah, we can program the key fob for you. So the car, for whatever reason, every used car, you never get both keys, right? Every new car comes with 2 keys. Every used car comes with basically 1 key. I don't know who these people are that are evil and are only able to sell a car with 1 key, but they're basically the worst human beings in the world, in my opinion. If you can't keep a hold and keep track of your own keys, I don't know. I'm probably going to end up losing a set of keys now because I said that, but for whatever, people don't sell their cars with both keys. They sell it with 1 key. I don't know what they do with the extra one. It's no good to them anymore, but they have it, not the dealership. And so we only had 1 key. We had to get another key. I bought the key online. I told you this yesterday. Bought the key online. They were going to program it for me. What they didn't tell me is that the pricing was going to be what it was. So $150 to program the key. I went to the other dealership yesterday. I got a lot of other stuff done to the car. We won't go into that right now, but we did get like the full 30,000 mile service plus some extra stuff done, peace of mind for me so that I know where this car is right now. Programming of the key fob, they quoted me 85 or 80 over the phone. I mean, they rounded it up. It's actually like 72 and change to program the key fob versus 150. And I say, okay, how much to cut the key? And they're like, well, we have to pay our parts department. So they say 25 bucks. All right. Then the lady's like, you know what? You're getting so much stuff done. Let me just knock off some more off the price. I'll give it 60 bucks, right? I think 60 is what she said to program the key fob plus 25 for cutting the key. So now I'm down to $85 for programming the key fob and cutting the key. Whereas at 150 just to get the key fob programmed at the other dealership, which would have been 175 then total to get a second key if I'd used the other dealership, because I still would have had to go to the Dodge dealership and get the key cut for 25 bucks. So when I go to pay, it gets even better. They're like, look, she's like, look, they did not even charge you. You had all this done. So you know what? They didn't even charge you to cut the key. They just did it for you. And I'm like, awesome. So don't get me wrong. I still spent a lot of money at the Dodge dealership. For me, it's part of owning the car. It is a very powerful, a high performance vehicle. So there's money that comes with that in the form of maintenance and upkeep. And I was prepared for that. So that's the story of the car, and the story of why I'm not going back to that other dealership, right? Do want to cover this. I did watch some videos online about, you know, going to the dealerships and what to do. And I highly encourage you, before you go to the dealership, watch these videos, right? Watch a Chevy dude about buying a used car, about fees that you should never pay, things like that. Watch some of his videos. A big shout out to Chevy Dude. I really think that his videos were helpful. They helped me. They educated me about things in the car industry that I was not aware of. And that really helped me have a little bit of extra leverage when I bought this car. And that's the video on the new acquisition, the new addition to the stable, the 2018 Dodge Charger RT Scat Pack. So more to come on this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like the video, like and subscribe to see more of this amazing car, in addition to the daily driver, the 2015 Audi S4. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Just remember, these cars are made to be driven. So go out there and enjoy those rides.